Hello, it is Monday and it's a new weekly reading vlog. At the end of last week, I said I was in the middle of reading, or partway through reading, The Cities of Dead. And also that I started Dumpling. Have I read any more of these? Absolutely not. I'm now 190 odd pages into a new book because of who I am as a person. So yeah, I'm 196 pages into Immortally Yours. So this is Beth and Scotty, or Cullen is his actual name. And yeah, so Beth we have met before in Dreena's story because she's Dreena's partner as a rogue hunter. So like they're rogue hunters. There's another enforcers, and they are partnered together to fight rogues. And Adrena is in Venezuela and helping with that, which is part of the previous books. And Beth, this is happening at the same time, and so Beth is helping out in Canada. And Scotty met her when she was first turned and discovered they were life mates, and was like, I'm not going to tell her because she's been through some hecka trauma, and I don't really want to be like adding this on top of all of her trauma, and has been putting it off for 125 years. And now obviously everything's hitting the fan because she's found out, and she's like, why doesn't he want me? But they're not talking to each other, because of course they're not talking to each other. And so everything's, you know, somebody's trying to kill Beth, conflict resolution, yada yada yada. I looked, the last time I read this I gave it 3 stars, and I'm interested, I didn't write any sort of review as to why I gave it 3 stars. So thanks past Andy for that, very annoying. Not that I do any reviews anyway, but at least I have vlogs and stuff to look back on now. But I think it's because the Scottish dialect that Scotty speaks is written in, and it's just sometimes I want to speak to her and be like, have you ever met a Scottish person before? Because you don't write like it. Yeah, I'm not a fan of people writing Scots into well, it's not even Scots, they're writing Scottish accents into writing, and you can't, it doesn't really work with books. You just say that they're Scottish and give them like regular words. But yeah, so I've still not read any more Dumpling, which is really annoying because I was really enjoying the first 3 chapters. And again, Cities of Dead, I'm only up to chapter 18, which is 182 pages in, and this is 639 pages. It's huge. It's going to take me forever to get through, but it's fine. I also got book mail this morning, and it's really stiff paper. Oh no, wait a minute, what? Oh, I thought I'd been printed upside down. The page numbers are just on the top. That's really weird. I've not seen that for a while. Like, the page numbers are normally... No, wait, page numbers are at the top of that as well. What is wrong with me today? Don't answer that. You don't answer that either. It's also Kay's birthday, so everybody say happy birthday to Kay. But yeah, I got some book mail today, and a few of you are going to be very happy with what I have to read. And I got it because I really enjoyed the author's videos on YouTube about the history involved in the movies Mulan, which are some of my favourite Disney movies. Actually, Mulan is one of my favourite Disney princess movies. So if you probably know by now who it is. I got Iron Meadow by Jiren J. Zhao. I also have to think about it because my brain says it's an X, and the part of my brain that actually understands things says, yeah, but it's not an X sound. And I always trip over it, so I have to think about it. But this author is awesome, and I'm really excited to read this now. The thing is, it's fantasy, and I'm not a fantasy reader. It's a fantasy based on historical Chinese history that is not... Culture, thank you. Okay. Ancient Chinese culture. I don't know much about ancient Chinese culture. I'm not much of a fantasy reader. However, like I said, love the author, think they're great, and I want to support them. But also, this is being sort of shown as, or touted as, Handmaid's Tale meets Pacific Rim, and I love Pacific Rim, so you know what? I'm getting into fantasy now, and I feel like I trust this author. I trust this author. If I don't like it, fine, but I'm willing to try. Anyway, I'm going to go because people will be arriving soon, and I need to get my people face on, because people were not necessarily anticipated. Kind of. Anyway, it'll probably be tomorrow by the time I update you. Hello, it is Tuesday. I have just had a shower, and I cannot wait to get to the hairdresser to sort out this fringe. I have an appointment on Wednesday next week, so a week tomorrow. It's Tuesday. I don't know if I said that. Anyway, I've still not read anything this week. I know it's only Tuesday, but I've still... Oh, no, that's a lie. That is a lie. I finished Immortally Yours last night, which is Beth and Cullen, or Scotty's, story. And I kind of get why I gave it a 3-star. Not much happens in it. It's very, like, she just had to get a book out. So, not my favourite, but I still enjoyed the characters. I still enjoyed the conversations that were had, because Cullen was born to a laird in Scotland and has been raised by a laird to be the next laird of the area, and so has very specific sort of ways of being. So he's very much like, he's a nobleman and he acts like it sometimes, and he has the same, like, the thoughts and stuff of it sometimes. And then Beth was sold to a brothel when she was 10, and so lived her life as a prostitute until she died, or until she was supposed to die but made into a vampire. And so he is resistant to claiming her as his life mate because she was a prostitute, and his mother was a prostitute but wasn't a prostitute at the same time. She wasn't the worked in a brothel, had sex for money type of prostitute. She was the used sexual favours to get what she wanted type of, like, so she would sleep with men to get land, money, favours, anything she wanted really. And so that is what Cullen thought that prostitutes were like. And then when he hears Beth's story about how she was sold at the age of 10 and tried to escape until the age of 17 when she was given to, sold to someone else, who then locked her in a room and kept her there until Dree found her. And then took over, and she became like an actual, she was able to live her life a lot better until obviously the other vampire came along and actually was horrible and killed everybody and turned a bunch of them. But yeah, and he realises that, for, especially back in the 1800s, for a lot of women, it wasn't a choice of like, oh, like, I fancy being a prostitute. Like, it wasn't necessarily, there were some, and fair game, you do you. But for some of them, they were literally sold into it, and they were, treated poorly, to say the least. So he needed to get off his high horse, and he did, and he admitted that he was wrong, and he apologised. And he even, this is the thing I liked as well, it wasn't like, well, I don't think that anymore, let's just ride off into the sunset. He still knew that he would still have like a lingering underbelly of like issues, and he was like, I'm going to work on this every single day. Like, I'm going to make sure every single day that I remember that, like, this is not correct, and that I will like try my best to change my attitudes. Like, he doesn't think anything bad of her, but he knows that he still has attitudes that need to be fixed, and so he promises he will do that, like, fix his attitude. And I like that, because you don't just switch like that, it does take time. So yeah, really enjoyed that. We did end up having people over last night. We weren't expecting people, because Kay had been like, oh, the weather's really bad, nobody will come. I'll just say, I'm like, don't worry about it, the weather's really bad, I don't expect anybody to come. But no, people turned up, so we got a message from like, oh yeah, we'll be there soon, and we were like, huh? And feel like ready to just rot mode. Kay was in her jammies, I was not in jammies but in comfies. We were watching TV, just chilling out, and we're like, oh god, now we have to get ready for people, when we were unprepared for people. But it was fine, it was good, it was really fun, like, getting to see everybody and having a laugh, and it was so good. So yeah, Kate had a good birthday. She's now away upstairs playing games with her friends online, and I am going to finish watching this video that I'm watching, and then I'm going to read. I will. I really want to get the Cities of Dead finished this week. Mark my words, I will get this finished by the end of this week. If I don't, if on Sunday I'm sitting here going, I didn't finish it, somebody please like reach through the screen and just like give me a wee slap. Hamish, I don't know if you can hear the washing machine on, because Hamish went and pushed the door open again and just walked back. He goes over to the door, pushes it, turns around and just walks back. And it's like, why? So yeah, he's done that. It's now on a spin. It's like heading into its spin cycle, and we're back on an amber weather warning. So I don't know if you can hear the wind. That window's really bad for getting really loud, because it's just like there's obviously like a gap somewhere that the wind blows through. Don't know if I said to you guys. I don't know if I said in the vlog, but one of our fences came down. I made a joke that we were going to be sans 2 fences after the wind, and 2 fences did come down. One of which is one of the ones I was expecting to come down. The other one is one that I didn't even think would come down. So yeah, the one that I thought was going to come down is still going. So well done. We'll see how it looks tomorrow. But yeah, I took a picture. I will pop it up here to show you the destruction of the fence. Unfortunately, that is the gate to the garden, which means that had we not put a temporary gate in place round the back, Hamish would be able to just trot his little butt out of the garden. But thankfully, ages ago, we decided we didn't want him going round the side of the house. So we've got like a temporary thing at the side of the house. Temporary for like several years now. But it works. It works. So, you know. Anyway, I'm going to go. I need to let Hamish out for a pee. I hope he doesn't blow away. Get myself another cup of tea and get some reading done. Hello, it is Wednesday. And I don't know if this will look discerningly any different at all. But I have a new phone. And, here goes my vitamins. Yeah, so this is the phone. This is my old phone. And as you can see in the reflection, I'm currently filming on my new phone. So I upgraded to the S24 Plus. So I've got a bigger screen. I have better cameras, I believe. I can't tell the difference after a certain point. I just don't. And other things, I'm sure, that are different. I basically got a deal through EE because I'm with EE, which also means I need to remember and claim my free watch, my Galaxy Watch 6. Sorry, my tattoo looks really weird on camera there. Yeah, so I'm getting a free watch to go with it. So yeah, I just decided I couldn't say no. I'm really happy with it. It's purple, which is really cute. I've got my clear case on it, because of course I do, and my pop socket transferred over. I had to just like take the pop socket off. Look how minging that is. That's, like, you can see where my hand is on the pop socket. Is minging. This case apparently doesn't do that, so we shall see. So yeah, I don't know if you can see a difference in the quality or not. I will continue to film on my phone rather than using a camera, because I don't have a camera and I'm not paying money for a camera that I will forget to take with me to vlog and then end up using my phone anyway. You know, phone cameras are just as good. So yeah, I'll be filming on this, but now, because I don't need to trade this in, I can use this for other things. Like if I need to look something up or check a list or something like that, I can use this. It'll be great. I'm really excited. I also got myself this. Yes, I just smacked myself in the face with it. And this is like a pill thing. So it's got this lovely pleather thing. And then the little pill doodads. Because I keep looking at my pills and going, have I taken that yet? And I don't know. So yeah, got that there. Oh gosh. So, a slight update. So I don't know if I told you about the lights. So they're doing work out the back. They're building like a care home thing. And they've been working on it recently, and they've been leaving the floodlights on overnight, and I cannot sleep. We've got blackout curtains, but like on the top and then around the edge, or not the bottom because we've got something like holding it in place, but around the top and the edges, the light still comes in, but it's like dark enough that it's fine for sleeping overnight. Like overnight is fine because obviously it's dark outside. The most you've got is like the moon, because there's no like street lamps outside because it's the back, like the street's on the other side, and so normally it's fine. But the floodlights were so bright and pointing right at our house so brightly that in the morning when my alarm went off, I was like, is that daylight or is that still the floodlights? It was daylight. That's how bright they were, that I thought that the daylight was the floodlights because it had been so bright all night. So I didn't sleep. Kay didn't sleep. I'm absolutely chatty. Like, I was literally sitting at work today just like, you know that thing where you're like, I'll just close my eyes for like a second. And then when my phone, well, I came home, had something to eat, and then Kay came home, and between Kay coming home and my phone getting delivered, I napped on this chair because I was absolutely shattered. I'm still shattered. I'm probably going to go to bed early. And then when my phone came, I got it all set up and everything, and I've just been finishing like bits now. But yeah, what I was actually going to say, because of that was a total tangent. Oh right, so I emailed the guy, like the guy that's in charge, the team leader thing, because they sent us a little, like, put a thing through the door, being like, here's all the details for people who need to contact us, blah, blah, blah. And I was like, hi, like, I understand you need, like, you might need the lights for security and things like that, and blah, 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 blah. But please, they're pointing right in my window. We've got blackout curtains, and it still kept me awake. Imagine having regular curtains or, like, sheer curtains. Like, nobody's sleeping with these lights. These floodlights shining right in, like, they were like stadium lights. That's how bright they were. I cannot, like, they're off now, because I emailed them and he was like, apologised, and was like, oh, sorry about that, like, we'll figure something out, so it's not happening. So they've obviously figured something out, because they will need them for security, but, like, I mean, we live in a pretty quiet place, like, it's not the kind of place that really needs that kind of security, but at the same time, like, I understand they need the security and whatever, but they've obviously sorted something out because the lights are off. It is pitch black outside, and I'm so excited to sleep tonight. Like, I'm so tired, and I'm so excited to sleep. Reading wise, so actually here's the, it's funny, I've just found a bit of paper with all the details on it. I have read more of The Cities of Dead. I got up to page 243 last night, so I am like a third of the way through it, and I'm buzzing. I can now read on my Kindle app on this, and it's going to be bigger, because like the screen is like significantly bigger, I think. I'm so excited about my new phone. I did for a while, for like a bit there, lost all the progress on my games, but it's fine. I've lost progress on 2 of the 3 that I play. One I've been able to get back, and the other one I will be able to get back. I just need to create an account to save the progress on this phone, and then log into that account on this one. So it's fine. I will work it out. I will get that back. That is fine. Yeah, so I'm going to go. I'm going to get reading, and then have an early night, because like I said, I'm still shattered. Oh, hi there. It is Thursday, and I guess I forgot to vlog earlier because she got distracted, and now it's like 6 hours later. If you ask me, 10 points for you. So I just realised that I've never read the synopsis of this book. I'm just going to go with it. So, this is The Cities of Dead, which is the 3rd in the Casket Girls series. There will supposedly be 5. So, the next one is The Gates of Guinea, which I've been pronouncing so wrong. I've been pronouncing it Guinea, because that's what I thought it was, but it's Guinea. I was close. Like, I was kind of close. Anyway, yeah, so I am this far through. I am almost finished. I'm reading it on Kindle, because I've got it on Kindle. It's on KU, all 4 of them, by the way. So there's 4 books out. 1 book that was supposed to be released in 2022 that we still don't have yet. So that's good. That's called The Immortal Saint Germain. I think that's what it's supposed to be called. But yeah, I'm really loving this. Like, I love the fact that like, Alice Arden is, I don't even know if they're doing it on purpose, but like, so Adele is the main character, and there's like 2 guys that she likes. So there's Isaac, who's been her boyfriend for the past like 2.5 books or something, and then something happens at the end, or like the first 2 books really, but like they meet in the first, anyway, like a book and a half, and then something happens in the end of the second one, I don't know my numbers. And, like, they kind of, like, they don't break up, but, like, Jem, you know what I'm talking about. Things are awkward, so they're not really together. And there's also, oh my god, this book weighs a ton. There's also Nico, who is a vampire, Niccolo Medici. And she also likes him. Now, the thing is, right, it's almost like Alice is trying to set up some kind of love triangle. But honestly, if she ends up with Nico, I don't understand. Like, I have never been on Team Nico. I've always been for, like, Isaac or nothing. Like, it's Isaac or nothing, let's face it. Because her and Nico, it's just, I mean, it's obviously not going to work. Like, he's a vampire, she's a witch. For many different reasons, it's not gonna work. I kind of hope he dies. Like, I want it to end in a way where he sacrifices himself to save her and proves how much he loves her, but stays dead. Does that make sense? This is how I feel about Nico. Like, it's fine. Like, I don't trust Nico. We're even in Nico's head in some of the chapters, and I still don't trust Nico. Minor spoilers coming for the first book. The ones that are meant to be, like, the bad guys, like Gabe and Emilio, I trust them more than I trust Nico, who's meant to be the good guy, because at least you know, it's like, if we go into, like, the originals, or the Vampire Diaries, we know that Klaus is the bad guy. Like, we know that, like, if he threatens you, like he says, I'm going to rip your heart out, he's going to rip your heart out. It's the ones that you think are good guys that then turn on you. That's the ones I don't trust. The ones that have no reason to be good guys, and yet, I mean, and I'm not talking like Elijah. I love Elijah with all of my heart. Elijah Michelson is my favourite, and I trust that man with my life. I have not finished Vampire Diaries or the originals, so please don't spoil me, but I love Elijah Michelson. And Nico's no Elijah Michelson. Nico's kind of like Cole or like Stefan. And also, I'm not a big fan of Stefan. I'm very much like a Damon Elijah girly. But yeah, I don't. Nico's the kind of like brooding Edward, Stefan, wet blanket, wet napkin kind of love interest character, and I just don't care. Like, if she ends up with Nico, no, I'm going to be really disappointed. But I digress. I've just been thinking about that all day and had to tell the vlog. I feel like I sound drunk. I'm just tired. I've eaten so much food. So much good food. I had the chicken tikka again. Whew. Up you go then. No, not up here. Fine, give me a minute. I've had so much food and it's nice and cozy, and I've got the washing on, and Hamish wants up beside me. Here we go. You happy now? Say hello to your adoring fans. Yeah, that's about what I get from him as well. Yeah, I've done a whole bunch of washing that needs folded. I've just taken it out of the tumble dryer. And I'm tired. Kay's away at a friend's tonight for like a Burns night thing. I'm not obviously there because one, I am too tired. I am not up for that in the sense of like I've been feeling like crap. I have work tomorrow, and also I have plans tomorrow with 3/4 of my girls, because Tori can't make it. So I'm going down to Edinburgh to see Pia, Bobby and Vicky tomorrow, and that has been planned for like at least a month. So I'm doing that, like that is prioritised over other plans. So yeah, I'm really hoping I can get the Cities of Dead finished, because again, like with the Bone Cave, it's like the fact that I'm struggling to get through this book. It's not I'm struggling to get through this book. I'm not struggling to get through this book. This book is giant. It's 639 pages. 639 pages. And we can all thank Jem for the fact that I am struggling my way through this book. But if I can get this finished, this is the longest book on my TBR. And I think The Gates of Guinea is the next longest, so maybe Fragile Threads. Basically what I'm saying is Jem is the reason that I have so many chunky books. It's Jem's fault that I have chunky books on my TBR, frankly. The Casket Girls and V.A. Schwab, any chunky things ascribed to those two things, Jem's fault. Not that I'm complaining, because I'm really enjoying all of them. These are the recommendations that I take from Jem, where we have the same taste. So, this is me calling you out, Jem. You need to read The Cities of Dead. I know you have it. I know you have it. Read it. Yeah, anyway, I have clearly lost the plot. So I'm going to go, I'm backstage with Bobby. No. I'm backstage with Tori, and we are waiting for Bobby. So I'm going to go, and I've got 153 pages left. I can finish this tonight. I can. I think. So we are at IKEA, and we're meeting Vicky and Bobby and Pia. And this time I brought the wheels, so it's going to be much easier, hopefully. It's like a wall of Hamish.
Well, oh yeah, no, actually, this is a bird.
Oh, that's cute. Aww. I can confirm this is exactly how every single Scottish man's walk-in wardrobe looks. Just tartan for days. I've even put like tartan on the little thing, like. Look at it. It's got a little kilt on. Hello. It is Saturday evening. It's like 5 to midnight, and Tori, Bobby and Vicky have all just left. Yes, I didn't vlog while they were here again, but it was like so much fun chaos. We ended up doing a, what's it called, escape room box, and oh god, it was so difficult. We had such time with it. Like this one, I swear this one was harder than the other one. But yeah, I am feeling like crap right now. Like my skin has really badly broken out. Like I don't know what's going on. It's just like really flaring up. So that's fun. I have not done any reading today, but I did get a new book from Tori for Christmas. Yes, I know it's January, but this is the first time we've really seen each other post Christmas, or like, you know, in time. I was meant to go out for New Year, but I was just too unwell. And she got me the Study Chronicles by Maria V. Snyder. And not only that, so there's also the bookmark to go with it. And it is signed and personalised. From Maria, obviously. I don't know why I paused at that. Obviously it's from Maria. But yeah, Tori is friends with Maria. So she got her to send her the books. Signed, because these are self-published by Maria herself. They are available on like Amazon and stuff, so if you're interested in Poison Study, I would say go and get this. This is short stories they used to be available on Maria's website. I don't know if they still are or not. Plus 3 new ones that are only now just being published, or published in any kind of way, and they intersperse throughout the like however many books there are. I think there's going to be 12 in total, and this one makes it 13. Oh god, I really do look hellish, don't I? So yeah, the short stories sort of intersperse. If you were doing like a chronological order, you would like dip in and out of this. But Tori has said like don't do that. Don't do that. It will, because even like I read the introduction to the first story and I was like, right, because I've read the first 3 books, I'm like, I understand why this would spoil the book. So yeah, but if you're interested in Poison Study, maybe keep your eyes and ears open, because something could possibly be happening to Poison Study soon. Maybe, possibly, maybe. But yeah, otherwise, I've still not read any more Dumpling. I'm still 16 pages in, and I finished The Cities of Dead, and I've picked up The Very Secret Society of Irregular Witches. I've also downloaded That Time I Got Drunk and Saved a Demon on KU because I saw the content creator. I saw the author on TikTok, and she seems really funny. And That Time I Got Drunk and Saved a Demon is on KU, so I'm like, well, yeah, I want to read her books. Also, I can't do this with one hand. Tori also got me the Babel Illumicrate or Fairy Light, I think it's Illumicrate bookmarks. So we've got there we go. So from closest to me, we have Victoire, Robin, Lottie, and Remy. Rami? It's been like 2 years since I've read the book. I don't even know if her name's Lottie. But yeah, I really like these little character cards. I do, like, I jokingly was saying to people, and I was like, and guess which one became the problem? And they're like, oh, it's the white guy. And I'm like, he's Cantonese. But they're like, I've not read it. He looks white from far away, and it's like, stupid. Skin tone not being great on the page. Anyway, yeah, I'm really excited because I loved Babel, as we all know. So I'm very excited to have these. I do want to get some reading in. Like I said, it's now nearly midnight, but I will be watching the girls go home on my maps. So I will probably read for a bit and maybe watch some more YouTube videos. Hello, it is Sunday and this light makes me look sick. Like, not sick in a good way, like ill. It's because the background is all white. There we go. I'll minimise that. I've only got a couple of minutes before it sprints. The sprint ends. Someone sprints with Becca, Tori, Emma, and Siobhan. Yeah, I got everybody without even looking at the screen. Look at me go. And I've picked up The Very Secret Society of Irregular Witches. What is with these titles that I can't say? I decided to DNF Dumpling at it was almost 100 pages in, I think. I did not like the attitude that the main character had. I get it, but I'm not enjoying it. Like, because the main character is fat, and that's like the main plot point. You know, our mum is a beauty queen. Literally, like, she won, like, beauty pageants and stuff like that. And the main character, who's obviously her daughter, is fat. And it's all about, like, her learning to... Not even her learning to accept herself, because she does accept herself, but it's everybody around her accepting other people's differences. So there's other characters who have differences. That sentence got away from me. And they all end up going into this beauty pageant. There's a movie, I've seen the movie, I kind of know the gist of it. But the main character, whose name I don't even know, I'll be honest, I don't even remember her name, has got the worst attitude. Like, she has an absolute attitude problem. And it's not even like it's characterised like she's got a bad attitude. Will be categorised that she's got a bad attitude. But in her head, she's like, we shouldn't judge people for their differences. You know, like, I don't like it. Like, she doesn't like it when people are horrible to her because she's fat. And she's like, I'm going to be friends with this girl who has one leg shorter than the other because I don't think it's fair that people bully her. And then she's like, oh my god, look at that skinny bitch. And it's like, out loud, and even in her head sometimes, like, she's really quite nasty. Like, our best friends, like, talking to her, she's like, I think I want to have sex with my boyfriend, and she's like, yeah, sure. And then in her head, she's like, she says this every Friday and every Sunday, like, by every Sunday, it never happens. That's bad. I'll come back to you. Okay, we're finished for back on the sprint. And this lighting still makes me look unwell. Yeah, so, I can't remember what I was saying, but basically, in Dumpling, her attitude is horrendous, and it doesn't seem to improve. I flicked forwards in the book, and she continues to have this attitude, even when, like, she's in the pageant with all these people that are supposed to be there to prove that beauty is not just one thing, and she's sitting having a bitch at the conventionally beautiful people. like, in her head. And I'm like, no, like, neither is fine. And I don't know if it's just a product of its time, because I don't remember the film being like that. And I understand, like, being shitty to people or shitty to you. Like, yeah, fair enough, like, but people who have been nothing, she literally says at one point, as I was flicking through, it's like, I don't know why I'm being so nasty about her. She's been nothing but nice to me, and then continues to do it, and I'm like, no, can't. So, DNF that, taken Pudding off my TBR as well, because what's the point in reading the sequel? And I have also taken The Secret Life of Bees off, because, let's face it, I'm never going to read it. I got it to read it because it's like a classic, ish, but I'm not going to read it, let's face it, and it's just taking up space on my TBR. So, but I wanted to talk about this because I am now 20 pages into, I'm just going to call it Irregular Witches, and it's given me Ballet Shoes vibes. So if you've never read or seen Ballet Shoes by Noel Streatfeild, it is about these orphans who are found by, is it Gam? Great Aunt Muriel or something like that. Gam, I think they call her. And she will go off to these places, and I can't remember what she is, like, I can see the book over there, but she's some kind of, like, historian or archaeologist or something like that. She does, like, active, like she goes out and digs and stuff like that. And they live in this theatre, and there are people in the theatre who look after them while she's away, because she's away most of the time. Like, she finds them, she brings them back, and she goes away again. And so they're raised by the people in this theatre, and one of them, like, some of them are actors, some of them are like a housekeeper type thing. And in this, so it's literally just said, an absent archaeologist, a housekeeper, a librarian, a gardener, a retired actor, and 3 unlikely witches. And my brain was just like, yeah, this is giving me Ballet Shoes vibes. And so far, and this is going to be, I think this is going to be fairly controversial, so far, this is doing what I wish House on the Cerulean Sea did so far. House on the Cerulean Sea had Linus, obviously, and then the other character's name I can't remember, and that was it. And Linus wasn't, like, one of the caretakers. He was introduced, like, this, like, Mika is being introduced to the house, and then the kids. So, like, it was more, I think that was more leaning towards, like, Miss Peregrine style house than this. But I don't know, there's just something I feel like Cerulean Sea just missed for me. It was written I feel it was written very middle grade-esque, whimsical, and I'm not really into that. This book's actually one that Pierre was like, I'm not sure you're going to like it because it's quite whimsical, but I'm willing to give it a try, and so far I'm really enjoying the writing. But yes, like, Cerulean Sea just didn't do it for me. It was a bit too whimsical, it was a bit too middle grade-y style. It's obviously like a young adult book, I'm not entirely sure. New adult book-ish, but it just didn't hit the mark for me, and I kind of went off the author because of things he's done and said as well. I'm going to get back to reading this, and hopefully I do enjoy it. It is a Grumpy Sunshine romance, with Mika being like the sunshine, and I'm assuming Jamie being the grumpy. He's the only age-appropriate person. I don't know if Jamie is also a witch, or he just knows about magic. But yeah, so far it's interesting, and I will hopefully update you with a lot more reading done later on. I'm seriously loving this book. Excuse the thing that's computer that's trying to take off. I'm loving this book. I'm on page 119. So there's a little bit. It's not a spoiler, but if you don't want to hear anything about it, just maybe like skip ahead a few seconds. But there's a little section. There's just a little tiny wee sentence paragraph that just made me giggle. And it's so me. So, I'm just going to read it to you. Oh no. He'd pushed the sleeves of his white button-down shirt up past his elbows. She could see his forearms. Forearms were invariably her ruin. And I mean, Girl, same. Like, that just made me giggle. Like, this just cemented it as a book that I love now, because that's really funny. There was something else. It's like, one of the characters was like, what? And he couldn't stress this enough. The fuck? And I'm like, yes. I love this author's writing. It's so, so good. Oh, so, so good. I'm not going to finish this chapter. Yeah, there's no way I'm going to get to finish this chapter before the sprint finish. Oh my god. How long is this chapter? Yeah, I've still got another 20 pages in the chapter, and I've got 1 minute left. I'm not getting to finish this chapter. And there's not even a break. Fantastic. Oh well. Hello, it's still Sunday. This is really cool. This looks like it's curled, but it's because I used my big tumbler brush to brush it, to like dry it. Anyway, yeah, it's still fun. This vlog is going to be very Sunday heavy. Yeah, I got lightly persuaded, shall we say, to do some sprints this evening, because I am already 119 pages into this. You can only just see where the thing is, and I have 197 pages left. There's also somebody else who has 101 pages left in their book. So many people are so close to the end of the books that it's like, let's do some more sprints, because Chloe's not sprinting tonight because it is her birthday. Happy birthday, Chloe, even though this will be a few days late. Everybody say happy birthday to Chloe. And yeah, so Chloe's not doing sprints this evening, so I will do sprints. This is my first set of sprints this year. I dropped off the face of the earth with sprints last year, and I'm slightly scared of hosting sprints again. I think, is this the first? I don't know if Becca's sprints are the first sprints I've been on this year. This past month's kind of blurred together, so I'm not sure. But I'm hoping to finish The Very Secret Society of Irregular Witches. So, wish me luck. Hello, I've just come off sprints. You can see the bump in my hair where my headphones have been sitting over my ears. Oh, I'm going to say OKC for a second. So, I finished The Very Secret Society for Irregular Witches of Irregular Witches, and I really enjoyed it. It wasn't like new favourite book of all time territory, but it was really good. I really enjoyed it. It was really fun. This lighting is not great. And yeah, I really enjoyed it. I really liked it. I liked the kids. I liked the adults. It was definitely one I really enjoyed. I think there's like bits where I wish there'd been more. Like, it was missing just like a little bit. I look like hell. This lighting is not my friend. So yeah, I did it. I quite enjoyed it. And I only have 3 books left on my TBR for this month, and I don't think I'm going to manage to get to all of them. I've got like 3 days left to read. 29th, 30th, 31st. Yeah, 3 days left to read. And I only have, I have 3 books, and one of them is a novella that's only like 126 pages long, I think. But Threadneedle is like 555. And Hedgewitch is the one after it, so I can't really read like my shorter book and the novella. But I'll probably read Do Your Worst maybe tomorrow, and maybe I can see how far into Threadwitch I can get. I don't know. We shall see. But yeah. Oh, that was a clicky ankle. Yeah, finished sprints. Had a really good time. Managed to get the whole book read. I'm so excited. I'm so happy that I got that book finished. Well, I had like 190 pages left. So thank you to everybody that came on sprints at the last minute. Becca, Tori, Siobhan, Lisa, Emma, and then Bobby popped on for the last bit at the end. It was so much fun. I've missed doing sprints. I've totally forgotten how to use StreamYard. But I missed doing sprints. But I better go to bed because I have work tomorrow morning. I'm very tired. And I need to take my meds. So that is it for the vlog. If you want to let me know you're here but you don't want to leave a comment, leave me some kind of like running emoji because we did sprints. Or like the headphone emoji for this ridiculous hair that's going on. And I will see you in the next video. Bye!